One good practice in Lightroom is checking to make sure that you have not clipped any of your bright areas or your dark areas. When you have, let's say, whites or blacks that are clipped, that means that there's no more detail in those areas. The whites are pure white and the blacks are pure black. Depending on what you are planning on doing with your image, this may not be a big deal. However, if you want to print the photo, then you probably want to have some detail in there. An image printed on white that has a clipped area of white is not going to print anything at all. And sometimes having a little bit of detail there, even if it's just a different color, can make the photo look a lot better. I'm going to start out by making some adjustments in the basic panel, and I'll probably just do things a little extreme just so I can get a good representational photo so you can see what happens. So here I've added a lot of contrast, I increase the exposure, and I reduce the blacks. And now if you want to see those areas that are clipped, just press the J button on your keyboard. You can see I've really overdone the black areas. All the blue means that there's no detail in those low lights, and anything that's red is going to be clipped whites. So with this view, now I can make some changes and bring those blacks back to a normal amount. I can still continue to add contrast, and having a few little specks of blue in that with the clipped lowlights is really not going to be a big deal, so I'm going to be okay with that. Usually I'm more okay with clipped blacks than I am with clipped whites. In the water, there are some clipped highlights. If I'm okay with the overall exposure of the water, but I just want to reduce those hot spots, I'm probably going to want to bring that highlight slider to the left. It didn't get rid of all of them, so in that case I might want to play with the white slider, and that seems to be doing the trick. Now you can toggle this setting by pressing the J key, and that will toggle both the highlights and the lowlights clipping view. But you can also check these little icons at the top if you want to hide or reveal only one of those. So let's say that I'm only concerned with clipping my highlights and I'm not really worried about the lowlights. I can click on that top left section to hide the shadow clipping, and now I'm not going to see that if they're clipped, but I'll see the highlights if I overdo those white areas.